Yeah, welcome back to News Insight. Before we went for break, we were talking about LP and Nenadi and Abure and co. Confusion almost in all political opposition parties. That of PDP is taking a new dive, to the extent that they got to court. The National Legal Advisor, Kamodin Ajibade, said he's the one that's supposed to, nominate and bring the lawyers to that will represent them in court, party affairs. Then the national chairman said, no, Mr. Umar Damagum, that is supposed to be me. And the judge was magnanimous, gave them 10 minutes. He said, okay, go outside and resolve among yourself who should nominate your appearances. Then they came back unresolved. This is different. This is a case that was brought to the court by 3 plaintiffs who are also members of the party, different from the NEC meeting that is postponed just almost indefinitely, and the convention that is coming where some are saying no, that convention is not going to get on. We have barrages of problems again coming, into the fore for PDP. When they are planning, let's not get into that. When they are planning to be a home to Jonathan's homecoming, and they were also reaching out to P2B to come home, So they even have more problems than LP. So, LP is just between the Nadia and Abure. So I don't know, Philip. Let me come to you first.
Yes.
Let's trash this out before we get into PDP other crisis.
Yes.
National Legal Advisor. Let me read from here. From their constitution, PDP constitution, there shall be a national legal advisor of the party who shall be a lawyer of not less than 10 years post-call and whose functions shall be to 1, advise the party on all legal matters. Advise the party on all legal matters. Every other thing appears to be under this. Conduct litigation and prosecute and defend actions on behalf of the party, including its organs and officials, insofar as the subject of the litigation affects the interests of the party, and interpret the laws, regulation, constitution of the party in the event of any ambiguities. Let's dwell on this. Issue was engagement of the appearances.
Yes.
Could a national advisor engage appearances for the party without the knowledge of the national chairman?
You see, it's only in this country that we see that even the people we think that they should know, they seems not to know, or it appear not to know, or they pretend not to know. Because Ajibade, a senior advocate of Nigeria, should know a role of a legal advisor in an organization. Advisor, which means in that organization there's a head.
Yes,
and the role of the legal advisor is circle within
the organization
to advise the organization legally, so that the head of the organization, the CEO, whatever,
can take decision,
so that if there are legal matters, he will consult you and get his legal opinion to guide him to take a decision. Now, he is the legal advisor of PDP. Umar Damagum is the national chairman confirmed of the PDP. By extension, by convention, it could be referred to as the CEO of PDP.
He's the accounting officer.
He's the accounting officer of the party. So if there are issues that needed to, make the party to hire external solicitor, the only role that the legal advisor should play by that provision of their constitution is to advise the chairman or recommend to the chairman who to hire to represent PDP in court. It is very clear. There's no ambiguity in the provision that he will say that they to advise.
I mean, it's an aberration. Peter, let me come to you. It's actually an aberration for a subset of an organization conventionally to engage external entity for the purpose of that own organization, and the CEO, the chairman, the accounting officer would not be aware. We don't know. I mean, most of the engagements, for it to be valid in some cases, it has to be paid for. You know, is that not aberration in itself?
Philip couldn't have said it better. Let me come from business end. We're all working on nation one at a time or the other. We all have companies to run. As the chief accounting officer, as CEO of the company, all stop as their boss at their desk. So you make the final decision. I engage a lot of people to work with me. Why do I engage them? To seek the opinion, to seek the advices.
Their expertise.
I made the final decision. Yes, you're a legal person. I might not be vast in it. That's why I brought you on board to advise on issues, pertaining legal issues. I can get somebody from finance to advise me on issue pertaining finances.
That's right.
But if you want to engage a third party outside, you advise, probably recommend. It's my decision to engage. Yes, you could like A accounting firm. Probably have a friend that has OOO accounting firm. Yes, you advise for this, but it's my call to make. I might say to go with this. So it works for every organization. The head makes the final call. That drama in PDP at the court with PDP was a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame in the sense that some of us, like me, I am not happy that people are jumping. But you have seen why people are jumping ship. This is a house that does not respect their own constitution. That is an embarrassment to PDP. Why would Peter leave? Why would others leave? Because they are afraid of what will happen tomorrow. If this could happen, who says that somebody might decide not to submit their name to INEC for election without the chairman's consent? It sees the issue with PDP. I feel sorry for people like Bode George that truly believe in this party.
Yeah, all right. You know, I've always said it's easy to accuse a finger outside, but there has to be a crack inside. These people in PDP, they appear they don't actually believe in PDP. You know, why would somebody to even nominate who represents us or not be an issue if there are no ulterior underlying interest? Remember that in this same case, Damagum was not made a party. He had to submit himself to the court to say, I have to be made part of the defendant of this case, because whatever is going to be the outcome of this case is going to affect me, before the court granted that. When you see some of these anomalies in politics, Nigerians at first, don't they believe in democracy? Didn't we fight the military that we want democracy?
You see, Nigeria is heading, in a very dangerous, road. We are driving a very dangerous road. It was Olusegun Obasanjo that said long ago that Nigeria is seated in a keg of gunpowder. I would think it's joking. So it confirmed the word to say that what an old man will see sitting down, a young man will climb to the rooftop, he may not see it. It's coming home gradually. Because even at first instance, look at the suit. The suit itself. You will know that you will continue to ask, why is this? What are they trying to achieve by this suit? PDP is going for convention to elect new officer to steer the party, the leadership of the party. Some persons
try to sue
who are members of the party, state chairman of the party, and state zonal officers of the party went to court and sued the party and the national secretary of the party,
excluding the
leaving
chairman.
the national chairman. Are you getting it?
Yes.
That the convention should not hold. What damage or what harm with
national secretary,
the holding of the convention will do to this person? That's the question you have to ask yourself. I think this is
and that's what the experts were not even.
So the court, all eyes are on the court, because the court. These are the issue, the question the court will even ask himself: what damage or what harm will the convention
do to you?
Do to this when the convention hold?
And it's of a future that you could choose to participate.
So you see. So in the first place, you can see the whole, drama. It is me suing myself just to get a judgment against the two of you.
Yes.
So that when tomorrow I will come to say that there's a court judgment, when the two of you are not party to it, then I will use the judgment I got against myself to deprive you of your legitimate right.
And you didn't give me the chance.
I didn't give you to speak for
to
yourself.
defend myself. Okay, let's go to.
That's interesting.
Let's leave it. Let's leave the objective terrain and move slightly into the subjective terrain, where people are saying, "No, this is the hand of the opposition. This is the hand of the opposition. They don't want any formidable opposition." That if the ruling party, maybe these ones they say they are wicked cronies, these ones are these cronies. If indeed any of those things are true, somebody made a comment the other day that moving into one party system or one party state is easy, but coming out of it can destroy Nigeria. Do they really understand what it means? That, for example, Nigeria, our democracy is young, but it has formed a cycle in our head. 4 years, adrenaline runs. 4 years, we wait for INEC, whether it will be announced in the afternoon or in the night. If there is anything that is going to affect 2027 election, if I am the president of Nigeria, I will avoid that, because this nation, for it to survive, that cycle, 4 year cycle, must happen.
I hope they are seeing from your lenses. They are blinded by their ambitions. They are not seeing beyond their nose. They don't see the danger that is ahead. They don't see the deep their truck is taking Nigerians to. We will not survive as a one-party state. That's not how our democracy is structured. That one ship cannot accommodate every person. In a proper democracy, which we've chosen to practice democracy, there must be an opposition. There must be a vibrant opposition. It cannot stiffen this opposition until this democracy will work. Okay, what happens when everybody comes to that ship? Let's say Obi, Atiku, all the whole major players coming to that ship. What's going to happen? There's going to be an explosion. Yeah. Okay, let's assume. Let's give it that Tinubu survives it. What happens after Tinubu? There's going to be implosion in the country, that which we might not be able to accommodate. See, for us to have our peace that we're enjoying, they should allow opposition to strive.
All right, Philip, I think let me just talk to you briefly before we wind down. What should PDP do?
You see,
now a lot of members of their NEC have defected, the governors and all that, and their ships, they can't weigh their ship at this moment, because you don't know who is jumping off next. What should they do at this time? Or should they go back to plan and forget about 2027?
You see, the crisis of PDP is getting deeper. Just yesterday, at the National Assembly, at the Red Chamber, a PDP senator that was suspended, Senator Natasha Odwara-Akbutu, was back on her feet, and she moved a motion.
Yeah.
Not one PDP member, even the minority leader,
even the female,
could not stand up.
Even the female, other female
so that
senators.
to tell you how bad the crisis of PDP had, gone to. Bode George also make a statement over the weekend. Said they never saw it coming that Peter Oba will defect from the party.
Yeah.
And that a lot of representations were made to him, but he's surprised that he also defected. Bode George is one of those few founding fathers of PDP who believe strongly that PDP will still, bounce back. But like you said, though the handlers of this country, they believe strongly in this one-party state, so they are doing everything possible to twist everybody to become member of the ruling party. The statement you made was it's clear, and the example is Sudan and South Sudan. Push us to. If we had started from one party state, it would have been a different
thing. No, it works in a place like China.
Even Morocco.
Yes.
They started at Tanzania because they started from one party state.
To actually belong to the party, you have to be among the best. So that's why I say the best rules the China. To come into that upper echelon, so the most intelligent, the best engineers, the best accountant, the best. You have to be the best in anything to come into that ruling echelon. It is from among the best. They now pick
who will lead.
So that is their tradition.
Yes.
Is that the tradition of Nigeria? The answer is no.
No.
So we can only appeal to the government to allow opposition
That's right.
to breathe.
So the democracy we already know.
If
so
not,
we can work with it.
If not, the future is bleak.
Right, we want democracy. We choose democracy as our style of governance structure, which will allow it to work. We understand democracy is a game, but preventing that game from being played can be a bigger issue. This is Still News Insight. I will be right back.